My name is Heather Johnson. My main form of employment is I work for the British Racing School. So I'm a workplace instructor. I go out into the yards, I'm delivering apprenticeships, teaching, assessing, safeguarding and pastoral care of all the young people in our industry, and I'm also a grassroots ambassador for the Racing Home programme. I started at the British Racing School, so I've gone full circle working for them now. I initially started in a jumps yard and then I moved to the flat in 2007. So I had a really good career on the flat. I had a handful of rides as an apprentice jockey, and then I was a travelling head girl. And I loved it, absolutely loved it. I fell pregnant with our first daughter in 2015. And when I came back into racing, initially, I was just riding out. And I remember the first day I went up the gallops, they said, "Oh, this is an absolute bus, you'll love this." And I pulled up and they were like, "Oh, it's a bus." And I was like, "Yeah, it's a bus." And so I was like, "Oh my God, I thought I was going to get run away with," because I had lost so much strength and fitness that actually I was only just holding it. I definitely remember feeling really dissatisfied. I'd been in a really good senior role and I've travelled horses all over the world. I've ridden group horses day in, day out, and it sounds arrogant, but I was good at my job, really good at my job. And I felt really lost that I wasn't doing that, and I almost felt like I'd lost a lot of respect. People just sort of considered me as a mum who was riding out, and oh, here we go, here's some nice quiet lots, off you go. And I didn't feel very valued, sort of part of the team. I definitely thought I would just carry on. And I think it's quite a horsey mindset as well, that we just keep going, we just carry on. And I definitely hadn't considered the physical changes. I hadn't planned on having a C-section and had to have an emergency C-section. And I thought I would just carry on in racing and it would all be fine. But yeah, the reality of it was quite different. I felt quite lost actually. I will quite happily put my hand up and say I do not enjoy the newborn stage. I'm sure lots of people do, and it was lovely. It was really lovely having a baby, but to go from being outside all day, you're around lots of people, you're around horses, and then all of a sudden you're just by yourself all day with a baby. Sort of my community was racing. I first got onto the programme, I'd attended one of the Women in Racing open evenings and got chatting to Dana Mellor, who told me all about the Racing Home project. I thought I'd maybe wouldn't be quite eligible for it. I'd had my second baby 4 years previously, but she said, "Nope, no boundaries, off you go. Here you go, this is how we get you set up." I thought I was doing really well physically. I thought, oh yeah, I'll go along, but I think I'm in quite good shape. I was back riding, I do a lot of yoga, I'm pretty fit. Came for my first physio session and they said, "No, you're in terrible shape. You're quite fit, but yeah, no, the after effects of 2 C-sections and a particularly traumatic second one, actually, we need to rebuild you a bit." So I was given a really good programme of exercises, really regular sessions, and that really helped get me back in shape and really helped my riding confidence in myself. It made me realise actually when I got to the end of the programme, oh, actually, now I feel like myself, and I hadn't realised actually how much my physical confidence had gone from having the girls. I would say just have the confidence. It's really easy to reach out and get the support and get it almost in place before you have the baby. Even just reaching out and saying, "Oh, I'm pregnant, is this something that could help me in the future?" And then we know how to contact them, we can check in with them, and they've got that support. And so as the Racing Home ambassador, that's how we can get people as well. There's people I've met in yards that are pregnant and they've got all the information and they've all said, "Brilliant, we'll definitely be in contact." Might not be straight away, but when I'm ready, I know where to come for it.